Well, obviously, proud of DC. Obviously, it was his last regular season game here at Founders Park, and for him to hit a grand slam was a pretty special night for him, and get 2 hits, and it's something he'll always take away from here, and certainly a good win for our team. Having our 39th win here, and against the Citadel team that's obviously been struggling, but it was an important win because we certainly wanted to go to Tuscaloosa with some momentum, feeling good about ourselves. And we had 16 hits and 16 runs, so offensively, hopefully, our guys are feeling pretty decent about themselves as we go down there for our last regular season SEC series. As a team, I think our guys have taken a deep breath and a sigh of relief, and feel good about the important games ahead. I certainly like this feeling a lot better than I like the feeling after Saturday's game against A&M. We've had 2 pretty good games offensively. We put up some numbers, and the psychology of this sport is so important. So hopefully our guys are in a good place.
Right.
You talked about the 30-4, but in general, you guys were considerably better, obviously, in midweek games this year. How special was it that you guys took onus and took advantage of that this year?
Well, that's what I told the guys after the game. I said, when you take care of your business in the middle of the week, it's a great characteristic to have because you come to the park every day ready to play. And not all teams do that now. I mean, and I don't know if we did it every time last year, but they came to the park more times than they were ready to go. And no matter the opponent, and that's a good trait, good characteristic to have, that you have a bunch of guys that love to play, like being around each other, and they feel the atmosphere and the vibe in the stadium is a good one, both in the locker room and on the field, so they enjoy it, and when you enjoy it, you come to play the right way every day. And I told them that after the game, that I certainly, as their coach, appreciate that, and they've had good attitudes and all year long, and even the kids that don't play, when I say they've been a good group, and I think that's meant something from a one-loss standpoint. So that's the characteristic of my team, and they've represented themselves very well, and we've had some bumps along the way, but I think that happens in any baseball season. But I hope we've positioned ourselves to play our best, in late May and June, and you'll never know until it's over. But we're decently fresh, we're decently healthy, and I hope they got the right frame of mind to play their best baseball in the most important games, and those are all in front of us. And so I'm hopeful, and I'm confident that we'll play our best baseball.
Matt?
I know Madison had the error at first, but he also made a couple of nice plays. What are your kind of thoughts on that? Do you think that side of the infield might stay the same this week?
He just probably needs some time over there. He's very, very quick to take his foot off the bag, and that was an error that was just attributed to the fact that he hasn't been over there much and doesn't know how to footwork standpoint around the bag is a very, very important part of playing first base, and he just hadn't got comfortable with that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know how we're going to do the infield this weekend. We'll give it some thought, and I think I have some pretty good options. I love our team defensively with DC in there. So it's good to see him get a couple good hits today and put some good swings on it. And offensively, I think Madison's a threat, obviously when we put him in the game. And I love LT's grit and toughness. So 3 kids, that I kind of want to play, but there's only 2 spots there. So it's just something I like to think about on the bus ride down to Alabama tomorrow. And if I have a good workout, and obviously it'll be a difficult decision for me, but all those guys will play, and all those guys will be a part of it. It's just, I don't know right now who's going to start.
Kyle?
Jonah's always been kind of solid at the plate, but he had a career high in hits and RBIs tonight. Do you think that he's playing his best baseball?
I think he is, yeah. And I think he had some really good at-bats this weekend against A&M too. And he had some big swings of the bat there, and he's swinging with a little bit of authority, and he's getting some confidence. He's been a good, solid player for us all year long. He's been an anchor over there at third base from the way he's played defense. He's very sure-handed and accurate throwing arm, and he's made some really good plays for us. And if he's more of a threat or becomes a big-time threat offensively, that certainly helps our team. And makes us more formidable, and it was nice to see him have a great night.
Derek?
How important is it for you guys to maintain on that top four line as you go into next week at Holbrook for your pitching staff especially?
Well, I mean, you just always want to finish as high as you can, and you finish in the top four in the league is a great accomplishment. And you finish in the middle of the league, you still win the national championship. I say that all the time. I think Arkansas last year finished in the middle of the pack when they were in the College World Series, and there's been others as well. But it is nice to get a bye, and we'll certainly got work to do to get into that spot, and some of it will be determined by what happens in other games. But we're just going to go down there and worry about ourselves and try to play the best that we can and put ourselves in the best position to win the first game on Thursday night.